Heroes of Might and Magic 2 is a turn-based strategy game developed by New World Computing, published under 3DO in 1996. It was the first PC game I had ever played, and stands in constant competition for the title of Classic with its sequel, Heroes 3. Far as I can tell, while they're both quite deserving, this one definitely has its case to make. As with most small-scale PC games of the time, it didn't really suffer from any major bugs. Luckily, this tradition is continued by GOG with the emulation, which proves to be just as solid and stable. Save the 90s resolution and a few alt-tabbing issues every so often, any technical issues you run into are more than likely going to be your own, as there's none to be found within the game itself. And if you have found any, obviously contact GOG, but let me know too. I'm a bit curious. Diving into the game itself, the visuals hold up rather well, considering their 90s pixel art, though they feel more standard setting for the genre than they do anything experimental or extraordinary. It all feels quite nice and works well with the game overall, but it's nothing special. Where its ambiance really shines is in the soundtrack. Each track is unique and compelling and stands on its own, and overall, it's become my favorite part of the game. And thanks to GOG, I was able to get my hands on the soundtrack alone. And to this day, I still find myself returning to it. It really is something special, and you guys should check it out, especially if you're a music lover. According to the top-rated review on GOG, it's the gaming equivalent to crack cocaine. Now, I can clearly see where they're coming from, in a one-more-turn Civilization kind of way. The game is great fun, it's immersive and interesting, but overall I find the third one to be a bit more enjoyable for me. Simply because, with 2 in the fact that it's pretty much just an upgraded version of its predecessor, it suffers from the meta in its simplicity. You pretty much can't win the game without magic and probably some dragons. Although peasant and skeleton spam, from what I've seen, tends to work rather well, it only works for so long before you have a spell that cuts your ranks in half. It's just a little bothersome that the game gives you so many options, but it's clearly inferior to, say, as I had said, Black Dragon spam, or maxing out your magic and just throwing Armageddon everywhere. And I'm not saying I'm a balance master. I haven't gone to the depths of this game's strategy. If you guys know how to counter Black Dragons with anything besides a Dragon Slayer spell, let me know. That being said, for all the game provides, it's still well worth the $10. I know I may be a little harsh, but just a cynic, And overall, the game gets a 14 out of 16, receiving the coveted title of Great. And it breaks down like this, according to functionality, aesthetics, controls, enjoyability, and price. And for the OG gamer, it's a must-have. You'll love it no matter what, despite its minor balance issues and what have you. It's a great game. Go buy it.